Beautiful morning out here in central Oklahoma / Louisiana, folks. We got 96% humidity for an early morning shoot. Lots of nice, pretty overcast. Makes it really fun to try to look at a long-range target. It's my good shooting buddy here. Mike, how you doing today?
Doing fine.
Are you ready to have some fun?
Yes, I am.
Are you ready for the challenge?
Yes.
Okay. Today, folks, we are doing a 600-yard steel challenge. Now, Mike here has spent, I don't know, decades in handgun silhouette shooting and the pursuit of the shooting sports, the same as I have. He's really one hell of a fine shot, pistol or rifle, but he's brought a new toy out today that he worked on for quite a while and got put together. And he's been working up a load for it. We fired a few hundred rounds getting that done. And we think we've reached a point where we can get out here and give it a test for some extreme long range, downrange kind of stuff. Mike, go ahead and tell us about what you brought to play with today.
It's a 6.5 by 47 Lapua. It's Krieger barrel. It's all custom. I just hope it'll shoot as good as this Ruger. But I'm going to try it out today, and it's been shooting real well.
Yeah. Now, what's the barrel length on that Krieger barrel?
26.
26. Okay, so that's going to be the same length as the barrel on this Ruger Precision of mine that I brought out to try to meet the challenge. Now, I know this Krieger barrel probably shines a little bit nicer than this regular stock factory Ruger does.
I can only say I hope it does after what I spent on it. But yeah, it kind of depends on who's behind it too.
That's true. Yeah, you can have a Ferrari, it won't make up for somebody that's never had a driver's license. That's for sure. Now, what type of action did you say was on that rifle?
It's a bighorn. In fact, well, it's bighorn action, Krieger barrel. It's got a jewel trigger.
Yeah. What kind of optics are you running?
Vortex.
Vortex?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the Viper PST? PST 5 by 25 by 50?
Right.
That's what it looks like. That's first focal plane, isn't it?
Yes.
Zero stop and all the good buttons.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
All the good stuff. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, for today's challenge match, I figured, you know, what the heck, let's just see what a absolute custom built rifle with Krieger barrels and all the buttons, how it's going to perform. And up here against this is, with the exception of the trigger, a total production gun. Oh, and the suppressor. Yeah, they didn't make that at Ruger. I had that custom made. But other than that, I haven't put anything in it other than furniture and toys. And so we're going to have a little bit of a imbalance there, I think, in quality. But like my good buddy Mike says, it ain't all the gun. So we're going to find out now. The scope on this, glass on my unit is just regular old Bushnell Elite Tactical, mill ready in line, just like the Viper. But instead of having a lot of crosshairs and a lot of dope in the scope and numbers on the scale, it just has little hash marks and little center dots. So I may be at a disadvantage, I might not, I don't know. But anyway, we're going to get them lined up. And right now we're going to wait for just the last couple of cows to clear out from behind the target area down there. We've got a steel plate set up at 600 yards. It's AR 500 steel plate. And the size of the target is 8.5 by 11, just like a sheet of paper, just a square plate. It's 7/16, and when it rings, and we should be able to hear it fairly well. But it's at 600 yards. We've got a gradient angle of about 10 degrees downhill. We've got a light south wind, south-southeast, about 20 degrees. Averaging about 4 or 5 miles an hour. So I think we're going to have a pretty good time at it. Now, one of the details of this challenge is winner has to buy lunch. So I'm hoping Mike is in fine form today at Toledo's, because man, we like Toledo's,
Yes,
don't we?
yes.
Yeah, it's the best Mexican food in Mustang, Oklahoma. What do you reckon? 10 rounds apiece?
Okay.
Best of the 10?
Okay.
And that way we got enough ammo left that if we both make a 10 or tie, we got enough rounds to have hopefully a runoff. We're gonna let them cows get out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and pan around, give you a shot of those targets down there, let you see what kind of range we're talking about. Get ready for that. All right, just to give you folks an idea of what we're shooting at and kind of let you see what's going on here. I probably can't see it in the frame. Got two white plates down there at 614 yards. Behind them is an actual deep ditch with a berm behind it, and behind that is a big old brush pile, so we're making sure we got plenty of backstop. But let's zoom it down there and give you an idea just how far 600 yards really is. There you go. Now you can see him. Now, that plate on the left is just a marker plate. That plate on the right, that's going to be our target plate. And we've gone past here into the 7:30 hour, I believe. Yep, 8:08 actually. So the wind's picking up just a little, so we might have to adjust. Make a few minor corrections on the ones we started out with this morning. Wind always lays pretty well in the morning, but it's going to pick up a little bit. Also looks like we've got most of the cows out. I'm looking at one or two maybe way off in the background. They ought to be out of there following the rest of the herd to morning water pretty quick. All right, so let's get this set up. We're going to get a rifle on the table, get ready to roll. We'll be back at you in just a second. Okay, time for the coin toss. We're going to do this democratically. I'm going to flip it. Mike's going to call it. He can see it's a brand new quarter.
Let me look at it.
Brand new quarter.
Okay, all right.
And just, you know, as a side note, this is the state quarter War in the Pacific. By God, what a quarter to use. But it's a challenge in the prairie. So, anyway, Mike, when it hits the air, call it.
Heads.
Tails.
All right. You go first.
It's your choice.
You go.
All right. Okay, folks, I think we're just about ready. I was given the opportunity to go first. I hope that doesn't handicap me. I think Mike's hoping that I do better so I can buy lunch.
Well, I was going to say, you might as well get ready.
All right, what we're looking at here is best out of 10. And if we tie, we'll do a shoot off again. Just to recap, we've got a 600-yard plate, AR 500. It ought to ring pretty nice if and when we hit it. Running at 614 yards. And for you mill ratty and line aficionados, that's with the wind and the downward elevation, because we got about 10-12 degrees downward elevation. Running 3.4 off the 0. Got it in your sight, Mike?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's send some stuff downrange.
Just above center, left, just a little left to center.
Yeah, the wind kind of dropped just a tad when I pulled the trigger. That's all right.
Yeah, you hit it. That's what I'm worried about.
Now, Mike, that's just the first shot.
I know.
You got a ways to go here. Like that one a little better?
Yeah.
That was kind of on the low end, but I felt the scope moving.
It was dead center.
Yeah. Okay, the round I just loaded in had a little more firmness to it. Is that still at the low?
I believe so.
Alright.
It looks a little bigger. You knocked some more paint off.
Yeah. Barrel's no longer pristine clean, and that's what it has a tendency to do. Is on this rifle, I've noticed the personality is, once I get the cold clean bore out of it, it has a tendency to drop just a hair. Pays to know your weapon.
It's shooting straight.
A little bit better.
I think so. I think you moved up.
I should have.
That was almost dead center.
It ought to be. Yeah.
Just a little to the left.
I can feel the bag rolling. The horses have come up to see what we're doing. They get the post?
I think the wind's dying down.
Yeah, it did kind of fall, didn't it?
Uh-huh.
So I'm 6-1.
There it comes back again. Uh-oh. I couldn't tell.
I honestly think I clipped the edge of it. I heard a psh, but I saw no dirt.
I didn't either.
I need 2 more rounds. Dong.
Good hit.
That's what it was. I waited for the wind to come back to that average.
It did kind of drop.
Yeah, when it dropped, I was shooting on the calm. I let it come back to an average flow that we were feeling when we started.
Another good hit. Just barely left the center.
Well, it gives me 8 for 10, Mike. Now, you don't have to worry about shooting perfect, because I didn't either.
I kind of, if you'd missed just a few more, I'd swear you were setting me up to buy dinner.
Damn it, I want Mike to buy lunch.
Surely I can hit it 4 or 5 times.
All right, well, grab your stuff. We'll get you set up and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Stay tuned for Mike. Mike, good. He shoots good. All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay, here I go.
Here we go. This is Mike Good, 600 yards with the 647 Lapua. Nice hit. You're shooting in the same group I had.
That's one.
That's one.
one.
Get your misses in early?
Do what?
Are you getting your misses in early?
Yes.
Okay, get the misses out of your gun. Hit right there in my lower group. Same place you hit the first time. Working that center group real nice, Mike.
Have I moved up to closer to center?
You're right. You remember I had the high left starter group, and then I moved
Right.
and was working the lower quadrant. You're working right above that lower quadrant group. You're running right center. Right on center.
What I had to do was come up just a little bit above. I didn't count any clicks,
Yeah.
you know, any of my hash marks, but I'm right between the clicks. I've got to come up just a hair to.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I like about them hash marks. You don't have to throw the dope in the scope. You can just do it on the fly. Wind was up just a little and it put you just to the right of that group you're making. I'm getting some really nice bullet mirage trace going down there.
Can you?
Yeah, I'm going to get another camera with a kind of a good telephoto so we can start catching some of that, because that's some wild looking stuff. You can actually see the arc trace with that brush pile behind it. And you see the bullet dropping right into the steel.
Yeah, it'd be nice to catch that on camera.
You can do it. I've done it a couple times. Another nice hit back in center. Woo!
No pressure.
No pressure, Mike, no pressure.
Could have been. Get in there. Well,
just the last shot.
no, I've got a few more.
Okay, I was about to say, I figured you was probably at 7 or 8 at least.
I wanted to say, yeah, that was 10.
Dude, you are working that center group like nobody's business. You're just hammering that son of a gun.
Maybe this gun was worth the money.
It might have been. You never can tell.
He told me I wouldn't even have to aim with his gun, just point it and I'll hit.
There you go. Just a touch.
Okay.
You're still right there on the edge of that group.
Okay. I think that's 10.
It seems like it.
I'm gonna have to throw one more down there just for the heck of it.
Well, you might as well.
I'm here.
Fantastic. I love it.
Want to shoot it?
Heck yeah! It's like asking me if I want to take your
Since
16...
I'm buying dinner, it looks like. I knew it. I knew you were setting me up.
Asking me if I want to shoot that is like asking me if I want to take your 17-year-old cheerleader daughter out.
I hadn't seen you miss in months. Here. Yeah, I've been had.
Dude, I swear to God, those were not purposeful. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll shoot 2 rounds. You've got 1 miss, right?
Right.
All right. I'll shoot 2 rounds, and if I hit both times, I'll buy dinner. That sound good?
I'll stick with the deal. I'll buy.
Well, no, I do have alibis, you know.
No, that's all right. I got some too. And I'm going to use them. But yeah, shoot it a couple of times or more.
Now what grain weight are we running here?
140s.
That's the 140 ELD M.
ELD match.
Yeah. And I'm running the 108 ELD match. That's the difference between the 6.5 and the 6. And both of these rounds are just tearing them up.
Oh yeah, they both shoot good. Yours is a little flatter than mine.
A little bit. Yeah, I'm up. Because of the humidity, I had to go to 3.3 instead of 3.2, which is where I'd normally be. And yours, even though mine's flatter, yours seems to be eating the humidity a little bit better.
Maybe, I don't know. But I'm up 3.9.
You're at 3.9, so you had to come up one.
And then I'm having to hold just above center to keep it up off the bottom of the plate.
Okay.
But that windage, I took that one click out, it's got 0.2 in it.
0.2.
And man, it's holding dead on.
Yeah, see, yours bucks the wind better than mine.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's that 32 grain difference, even though it's rolling slower.
Yeah, do whatever you need to my eyes are bad.
Well, that's right, you didn't bring your glasses. Nice. I held the same hold you said hold.
Those Hornadies shoot good.
I love them. I tell you what, I know a lot of people talk those burgers, but these puppies hold their own.
They do.
I love the way your bolt cam's over. Oh God, that's sweet. Both of those are right there in that center group you were shooting. Damn, Mike, you might convince me I need to spend a little money.
Well, those Krieger barrels are nice, and that gunsmith that worked on mine put it together for me, chambered it.
Now that was that guy out in Southwestern.
John Beanland.
John Beanland. Yeah.
He does a real good job.
He does a damn fine job.
He does.
Woo, baby. Well, you reckon I might step up a little closer to you if I got me just one of them Krieger drop-in barrels for my rigger?
Man, I know it would. Krieger's always, you know, it's an aftermarket precision deal.
Yeah.
Of course, I like them. I think they're the best.
I've never seen a Krieger that didn't shoot.
That's kind of what I think.
you know. I mean, unless it was just absolute crap and then it never made it to the rifle.
Yeah. I don't think they turn them loose like that.
I don't think they will either. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm liking this. Now, that was a fun challenge, Mike, and I swear to God, I did not intentionally miss on purpose.
Next time we'll have to move back a little farther.
We got distance.
We'll have to try 8 next time.
Well, we'll have to go down to the river place, but we can get that.
Okay.
We can get 1100 if you want it.
Sometime.
And this time of year, we'll be shooting with the wind. So, you know, that'll be smooth sailing.
This is the time to do it.
I got to try one more shot.
Go ahead. Hit.
Right in that group. Right in that group. I bet you that load right there is one holing at 100 yards.
I think it's shooting just a little bit better than those burgers I put through it last time out here. I think it is.
I know it is.
Just a little.
I know it is.
I think it likes them a little bit better.
Right on set. After action report. Take one. Well, folks, the winner has been determined, and it looks like I get a free lunch today. Mr. Good here has taken that fine quality custom built rifle and edged me out by 1. I had 2 misses. I really think the wind got me. And that's a 243 Winchester that Ruger Precision is running. It's a 108 grain Hornady ELD match bullet. Mike is shooting a 6.5 by 4.7 Lapua. He's running a 140 grain bullet, and even though the wind on his test rounds did give him a little bobble, it didn't take him any time at all to dial in and start ringing that plate. So, Mike, you got 1 miss. That means that means if you're ever hauled into court for anything, nobody can accuse you of being an absolute goddamn killer, okay?
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
And I had 2 misses, so he edged me out by 1, and that is literally the difference between, I think, a Krieger barrel and a Ruger factory barrel on a Ruger Precision rifle. So, Mike, congratulations.
Thank you.
Excellent shooting.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
how many times have you shot this rifle at that distance?
This is the first time.
The very first time.
Right.
This is the very first time you've taken this rifle and this load to that distance.
Right. Yeah. 350 yards was the max before.
Yeah.
Now it's 6.
There you go. There you go.
It just shoots. It does. It does.
Awesome. It does. And I can guarantee you that, even when I sat down to fire a couple of rounds, and I mean, that Vortex scope, I love those. And once I readjusted for me, I was able to just literally ping that plate just as well as you did.
Oh, yeah.
And I fired into the exact same group that you were making.
Yes, you did.
So,
It's
top-notch piece of equipment.
It shoots.
Big kudos out to Bighorn Arms Actions, Mr. Bainland down southwest Oklahoma. Baby, you make a gun. Woo! And
he does.
He does. Makes a hell of a gun. And, you know, hey, Ruger does a pretty good job on that one. Now, that's first generation. I know people had some issues with the Gen 2s, especially my brothers. I had to send it back to the factory twice. And I really had to convince them that I knew what I was talking about. But once they got that issue fixed and got the action chewed, it would sit here and do the same thing. So, well, anyway, we're going to go down there, grab that target, take a few pictures of it, and kind of see what we did, because way back here at 614 yards, our eyes just ain't good enough to count the hits and see how far apart they are. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. You ready to show off?
No. No. That comes back to bite you.
Well, I guess you're just reporting. You're not showing off.
No, just reporting.
Yeah, okay. Well, here's my high-tech pointer. Show us your group you shot.
It seems to be right there, about 7 shots there, and I know I had one over in here, one down here somewhere, and then a miss, I think, to the left. But once I got it dialed in and knew where to hold, man, they just, like he said, just pointed. It goes where you pointed.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. And I'd say that's probably what, less than 2 inches?
It's close.
Right at it?
Yeah. Probably.
I mean, because I drew the circle big enough that you could see all the edges of the hits, so.
Right.
Yeah. And then mine's at the bottom just below yours. It's probably 2.5, 2.
Yeah, at the most.
Yeah.
At the most, yeah.
That's not bad for 600 yards. I call that a whole bunch of dead son bitches at 600 yards.
And that's real good for a factory rifle.
Well,
real good.
And not only that, we don't have a bullseye on this plate. All we have is just a white plate down there. So you really don't have pinpoint accuracy to aim at the exact same place each time. So that puts a lot of error in just on doing that. You literally just got to center that dot in what you feel is the middle.
Right.
And go for the instinctive shot.
And think you're holding the same shot after shot.
Yeah, you got no reference point. So I think that's pretty damn good shooting.
I like it.
I like the hell out of it.
I'm thinking it's worth the money.
I'm thinking it's worth a Mexican dinner.
Yeah, it is. Lord.
I'm liking it.
Yeah. We won't do that shit again.
Oh, well, you know, we did tie because I'll make mention of this. We were thinking that I missed twice. So it was 8 to 9 on the hits.
You didn't. We actually tied.
If you look at that mounting point, I hit the hanger point. So, I mean, it is a hit.
It is.
We're tied.
It was on the plate. It was.
Yep. But I tell you what, it's hard to beat that kind of accuracy, baby.
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah.
All right, let's tear this stuff down and go see what else we can do and have fun with. I gotta give a little goodbye here. My phone keeps going off. Can't you people tell we're shooting a movie? Anyway, the steel challenge match, a lot of fun. 600 yards, 10 shots apiece, 9 hits apiece, regular factory production gun, and a damn fine custom built gun. And it's all due to the fact that we reload our own bullets. And we got some damn fine guns. I have people calling me. Anyway, appreciate you guys taking the time to stop by. Hope you enjoyed it a little bit. Got any comments? Drop them down there in the comment box. Let me know how you feel about it. If you got any questions, we'll try to answer them. Unless they include questions about proprietary trade secrets, and then we might not be able to give you all that information. But like I said, once again, Thanks for stopping by. Been a while since I put anything out. Been having to wait on all this COVID-19 crap and some good weather. We're out here in central Oklahoma on top of a hilltop. Feels like Louisiana. About 96% humidity. The wet bulb was at 76. To shoot this kind of distance in those conditions with a quartering wind, we like a challenge. So you guys stop back on the next one and we'll see what kind of fun we got loaded up. You guys stay safe, get out there, burn some powder, practice your social distancing. I don't know if your city's got a mask mandate or not. I really feel that's your choice. But look at it this way. What can it hurt? As long as the sick people are wearing theirs, I feel pretty good about it. We'll see y'all later.